And here he comes, Jonathan Cochino Griffin, standing 6 foot 2 inches tall with a 78-inch reach. 32 years of age, representing Indianapolis, Indiana. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter as well as a boxer. He's a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under the great coach Jay Watkins, and representing Circle City Martial Arts and 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu.
Hey, there's some tough guys out of Indy, man. 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu always represents my guy Eddie Bravo, great coach, great instructor. This guy, I heard him backstage, they asked him what his game plan was, and he looked at his boy and he said, I'm just gonna punch him in the face until he stops.
You know you're in for an exciting night when you got two guys who are just coming in with no real game plan except to punch somebody in the face.
That's what I like to see, bud. That's what I like to see.
Jonathan Griffin also repping a 100% finish rate. All of these guys' wins as professionals have come by finish. Look for another one here tonight.
Yeah, hey, these guys are gonna get in here, they're gonna lock that cage up, and they're gonna look to figure out how to finish. And that's what we wanna see as fans, that's what we wanna see as announcers, that's what we need in this industry. We need guys that are here to fight, not here to scrap out decision wins and be boring.
As we move into our pro ranks here tonight, you're going to notice a few differences between the amateur ranks. Number one being the round time. As an amateur, it's 3 3-minute rounds. As a professional, it's 3 5-minute rounds. While that may not seem like a lot, those extra 2 minutes, it's a lot of time.
Oh, that's a tremendous difference. You're talking about fighting 9 minutes versus fighting 15 minutes. That's a large disparity in difference in time.
15 minutes is what these fights are scheduled for, but both of these guys having a 100% finish rate, I don't see it going 15 minutes.
Nah, probably not, man. Probably
we
not.
shall see how it goes. Let's go to Brady L. Davis to get our pro card started.
Here we go. We are ready for the first bout on the professional card, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Fighting first out of the blue corner is training boxing and kickboxer, representing Vision MMA Navy, sponsored by Investor Trades, weighing in at 154.5 pounds, with an undefeated record of 1 win and 0 losses. Fighting out of Baghdad, Iraq, by way of Dayton, Ohio, Hussein Hmood. He's a bird across the cage, fighting out of the ring corner, is trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and boxing, representing Circle City Martial Arts and Fitness, sponsored by Fuzz Buckets Dog Grooming, weighing in at 150
Not Fuzz Buckets.
pounds, with a record of 1 win and 3 losses from Indianapolis, Indiana.
He's got the support of the dog grooming world behind him, Rocky. And he has no vertical.
And here we go, folks. We are set to get this pro card started.
Hey, I hope he fights better than he jumps.
As Hussein Hmood is set to take on Jonathan Griffin. Jonathan Griffin in the red tape, Hussein in the blue. And we are set to go for 3 5-minute rounds.
Hussein looking a little cautious coming out.
Both guys with leg kicks early.
Yeah, Hussein needs to move inside, man. He needs to concentrate on forward pressure. He doesn't need to be kicking and backing up. He needs to be kicking and falling through.
Jonathan Griffin in the southpaw stance, Hussein in orthodox.
Jonathan Griffin is rangy, and he's really tall compared to Hussein.
Right into the body lock takedown is Jonathan Griffin. Hussein Hmood right into closed guard.
Yeah, Hussein's going to have to advance position and get out of here. Jonathan looks to be scooting him toward the cage. He's not really doing a lot. He's not really active. I always tell people, if you're going to be in somebody's guard, you better be active, or else they're going to stand the action up. Hussein's looking to get that sweep. If Hussein was smart in this position, Rock, he would open that guard, he'd put his feet in his hips, he'd kick off, he'd make space, and he'd scramble and get up. He's looking to just sit here. It looks like he's almost going to head and wrist control, maybe to look for a triangle.
Jonathan Griffin on top in the closed guard of Hussein Hmood.
If you look at Hussein, his legs, he's really stiff with his legs. He's wasting energy squeezing with that guard. If you're not riding your guard high up their back to break their posture, there's really no advantage to closing your guard if you're not going to do that.
Another one of the big differences between the amateur and pro ranks is in the pro ranks, you can throw elbows, as we've seen Jonathan Griffin fire off a couple here already.
Yeah, he's definitely throwing them down there. I think that's pretty well his game plan from top. He's just looking to smother, cover, and hit with the occasional. He's starting to posture up, though. He's starting to open up a little bit. Hussein looks like he's trying to go for a sweep attempt. He needs to use that, though, because he's creating so much space with his hips. He could easily shoot his hips back out and crawl up that cage and stand back up to his feet. He's just not showing a solid bottom game at all right now.
Halfway through round number 1 here in our first professional fight of the night, as Jonathan Griffin continues to maintain top control in the closed guard of Hussein Hmood.
I like what I'm seeing from Jonathan with these hammer fists, these short hammer fists. He needs to keep doing that. Hussein's going to have to open up that guard and either attack or look to kick off and stand up. He's doing neither right now, and it's just his game plan's not effective. It's just not working.
Hussein Hmood looking to stall the action a little bit here, maybe looking for a stand-up.
Yeah, I mean, even that, he's not doing super effectively. He's not really tying him up. He's basically just laying there getting cracked, and now there's a cut over the bridge of Hussein's nose.
Those hard elbows there of Jonathan Griffin. Sharp elbows.
Hussein's sitting up. He's posturing, but he's really not doing anything with it, Rock. Like, he's not advancing position at all. Jonathan's about to open up. Oh, he's looking for a knee.
Hussein Hmood back to it. Jonathan Griffin back on the shot.
Takedown attempt. Hussein better get heavy on those hips and push that head down. There's nothing there. There's no guillotine there. Jonathan's just relaxing. He's doing what he needs to do. He's defending it, and he's out. That cut's starting to open up, Rock.
Just under a minute left here in this first round, as Hussein Hmood's really starting to leak a little bit.
Hussein had better go to that corner. If he finishes this round and he gets that corner, he better go to that corner, and they better figure something out, because this is not effective. What he's doing now is not going to get him to win. He's just laying there getting blasted.
Jonathan Griffin hard on the sharp elbows right now. Now going to the back trying to seek in the rear naked choke. That's deep. And there's the tap.
There it is.
20 seconds left in round number 1 as Jonathan Griffin transitions to the back and seeks in the rear naked choke and comes out with the victory here tonight, moving himself into the win column.
As it turns out, his fighting was better than his vertical, Rocky.
Some vicious elbows opening up a nasty cut on Hussein Hmood. You see the replay brought to you by Lexlow Contracting. And the hard, sharp elbows of Jonathan Griffin forcing Hussein Hmood to scramble. Jonathan Griffin takes the back with the body lock, sinks in the rear naked choke, and he's going to move to 2-3 as a professional. Previously, Jonathan Griffin was on a 3-fight losing streak, moving himself back into the win column here tonight and representing Circle City Martial Arts and the great coach Jay Watkins well. As he's going to come out with the rear naked choke win. We see our cage doctor there trying to stop up the blood on the nose of Hussein Hmood. Obviously opened up by one of those sharp elbows of Jonathan Griffin. see the replay here. Again, Hussein Hmood hard on that guillotine. Griffin pops his head out. In the guard there, Hussein is Jonathan Griffin. Just under a minute left there in that replay. Jonathan Griffin transition, took the back, rear naked choke.